Yo, what is going on, people? It's your boy Gari, back at it with another video. And in today's video we're gonna be cooking up a melodic Lil Baby type beat. You guys just heard the melody, so we're gonna be breaking that down, and then we're gonna be trying to make some hard drums over it. And we're actually gonna be using my new kit, Essentials Volume 2, so definitely check that out if you guys like the sounds you hear in this video. Yeah, let's break the melody down. Alright, so we're in FL Studio right now, and I'm just gonna be breaking down how I actually made the melody step by step. So first off, I actually set the BPM to around 145, and then I went into Contact and I grabbed the Noir Pure piano. Now I've actually separated the parts so that I can actually explain a little bit better. But the first part right here is what I made first. This melody is in E minor, and as you can see right here, we have an E minor chord. Now it goes from an E minor to an E minor, but just with the middle note one down, so on F sharp. Then you have another E minor chord, and then you have an E minor, but just spread out, so plays kind of like a little bit of a melody. So yeah, this little pattern sounds like this. And I just copied this over the whole pattern. So yeah, once I had the pattern up there, I actually made the bass notes. So we're in E minor, so I made the progression where you start on C, then you go to D, and then to the actual root note, which is E. So it goes like this. And then back down to the D again. So yeah, this just added like the bass notes to the melody, added like kind of a progression. And usually the bass notes or the chords are what kind of predicts what kind of emotions or vibes are in the melody. So the last part to the piano is actually this top line right here, and you have some single notes and then you have some kind of like harmonies. And I basically just played around on my MIDI keyboard until I found something that kind of fit over the original melody. See, I really like to add those harmonies at the end of like 8 bars. It just adds a lot more emotion to a kind of repetitive pattern like this. And of course, on like the last bars of the pattern, last 2 bars of the pattern, I actually added some more notes, just some top notes. So yeah, that's basically the whole piano melody, and this is like the foundation of this whole loop and idea and beat. I'm gonna show you guys how it sounds all together with the bass notes, the repetitive pattern, and then the top notes. So yeah, really fire melody and a really good start to actually making like a full loop. So yeah, once I finished the piano, I already knew that I wanted some vocals, so I went into Contact and found Vocalize 2, and I made this melody right here. So yeah, Vocalize 2 is really like an underrated place to get some vocals for kind of like more the dark melodic type vibes like Durk and Lil Baby. And together with the piano, it sounds like this. Alright, the next part of the melody, I added some brass. So I basically just added 2 different brasses, and I just made a E minor chord since that's the chord in the repetitive melody from earlier. So as you can hear right here, it's just like a chord. And then right here as well. And since this was going to be kind of like the pre-hook, I added some bass. And this is the Reese bass from my Memento one-shot kit, which is coming soon. Just following the bass notes of the actual piano. Last but not least, I added some violin staccato, so some short violin hits. This melody is really repetitive, a lot of notes, but it just goes up the scale, and I kind of just played around trying to figure out what notes actually fit with the piano. Now with this violin, I actually also added an automation clip with the low pass filter on the violin. So I wanted to make it kind of fade in, smooth in with the melody. So if you hear it with the automation clip, it sounds like this. So yeah, to tie the whole intro together, I kind of wanted to have a drum loop in the start of the melody in the intro part before the bass comes in. So I actually went into my new drum kit, Essentials Volume 2, and I actually found the drum loops right here, and it's the one called War, and it sounds like this. So yeah, that is really fire, and that's something that I would highly suggest you guys do to kind of step up your loops, is add some kind of drum loops, whether it's in the background or it's something in the intro. Yeah, if you guys like this, definitely check out Essentials Volume 2. It's gonna come with a lot of drum loops. So yeah, that's basically the whole melody. So right now I'm gonna be trying to make some hard drums on this using Essentials Volume 2. So let's hop in a new FL project and try and make some drums. Alright, we're in another FL Studio project. I got the rendered out melody right here. We're just going to be setting the BPM to 145. Yeah, let's just try and use the new kit to kind of make some hard drums. I'm also going to be assigning this to a mixer track and then adding a EQ and cutting out some of the lows like this maybe. So yeah, I'm just going to automate it so that we don't cut out the bass from the intro. Let's go into Essentials here and try and find some new sounds. Now, what I really like about Essentials Volume 2 is that we have some custom 808s. We of course got the spins and the say, but I actually created some of these 808s from scratch, so some of these are not going to be in any other drum kit. Let's switch up the bounce a little bit. Sometimes I like to actually move over the claps instead of having them here, moving and over like this. So yeah, let's just try and experiment. Okay, let's just try and put down some hi-hats. I always like to do that kind of in the start to get some kind of bounce. Yeah, that's the bounce right there. Copy the pattern over and let's try and add like a variation. Add some hi-hat rolls right here. Play around with the velocities as well. And right now, sometimes I like to just do a little bounce like this and then maybe add some 808s. But right now, I think I'm actually going to add some open hats, kind of further the bounce and then come in with the 808s towards the end. Kind of like that open hat right there. So I'm just going to have that on the whole pattern. Yeah, I actually want to add a reverse open hat, so I'm just gonna take this open hat right here, reverse it, reversed open hat right here. So let's play around with that. Okay, that's fire. But I have two of them kind of a little bit lower, putting the velocities down. Yep, that's fire. Yep. What we got right now is really fire. I'm just gonna put in some 808s and kind of play around. If you guys remember the bass notes from the piano, we actually started on a C. So it goes from C, D, and then to a E. And then we're going back down like this. Alright, so in some Lil Baby beats, you kind of hear that he has some 808 rolls, so I'm gonna try to add that on the end of the bar right here. I'm actually just gonna copy that over like so, and so yeah, let's grab this perfect kick right here and just put it on some of the 808s. And here on the roll, I'm not gonna match every single note. You see that a note hits here and here. I'm just gonna have it here and then maybe here too. So right now I think we got the drums down, to be honest. I don't want to make too many changes. I don't want to have too much going on, because you kind of want to envision that an artist can actually rap over this. So what we're actually going to do right now is we're going to lay this out, and I'm going to show you guys something cool that you can do when laying out your drums. I laid out the drums. I got the kicks coming in here, but what we're going to do is we're going to add a little pause before this little part right here. Something like that, but I kind of want to spice this up. So what I'm actually going to do, have it like this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into essentials, and I'm going to try to find a drum fill that kind of fits this. Okay, this is really fire right here. So yeah, what I did, I just have the snare hit one time, have the hi-hats going until the snare, and then I have the fill coming in. Okay, that's hard, that's hard. Alright, so yeah, that's basically everything I'm gonna do for the beat. I'm just gonna lay it out for you guys so you can hear the preview at the end. If you guys like the sounds, go down in the description, cop Essentials Volume 2. And yeah, it's been me, Gari. Peace.